Alright, I've let her out, we'll see what happens. That one there to the far right. I haven't actually looked to see if there's any eggs in the nest. I didn't look last night. Not the day before, but not last night. But I think because I've destroyed it to such a degree, they're not gonna bother. I don't know what's going on in there. Somebody's fell down a hole. Somebody's fighting someone. I don't know. This time of year, everybody's rampant, everybody's fighting. Quite ridiculous. As you can see, I made a bit of a mess of the nest. And no eggs. I'll have to try and if she comes back here, I've got to try and repair all this lot to make it discreet again for her. I'm not going to do it too much because if she does come back here, then I've got to put some sort of fence around it. There she is. I don't know what she's going to do. Just mill around, maybe. Perhaps look for another place to nest. I didn't think it would work anyway, because I know for a fact that guineas, being so hysterical and neurotic as they are, if you don't leave them where they sit, then yeah, forget it. They have their likes and dislikes and where they want to be and where they're not going to be, and that's that. And why she couldn't lay in her own nest and, you know, in her own pen and sit there, I don't know. They were laying in their own pen last year and the year before. And the year before that, I think. They'd laying with the chickens sometimes. It looks like she's going to go straight back there. They're laying with the chickens sometimes. That's why I should put the boiled eggs back there. But then this lot are going to lay in the same nest too. And we're going to be back to square one, so they'll have to be taken out. And so put them with the chickens. Where's she gone? They just disappear. They're like deers. I know she's there. Okay, I'll get out your way, girl. Perhaps you're going to attack it from the front. Or perhaps you're not going to bother at all. I think I'll put the boiled eggs in there and we'll see what happens. Because of course if you take the eggs out, they never go back there again anyway. They go and find somewhere else to lay. So I'll put the boiled eggs and see what happens. Right, boiled eggs back in nest. And we'll see. Well, she's got absolutely no interest whatsoever coming anywhere near, but boiled eggs aren't going to hurt in there. What a pain my life has turned into for the moment. Got to try and think about getting mauled out. The only thing I can do with her is put Morris in the stable and put her out with her babies. I mean, we've got a fence off the bottom with this small fencing. But I've got to do that on two sides, the two longest sides, typical. And it's very expensive stuff and it's a pain in the neck to do. Probably need 2 rolls and more expense. But I think she might be better off out there with her babies, and then maybe I can mutate the others out there too when their babies get older. I don't know, it might end up in all out bloody war, but on the other hand it might be okay, and then that's solved the problem for where am I going to put the guineas when they need to be out and about and pecking around and doing their thing. They could come out here, put those out the other side, provided she's not sitting. But they can only come out here without their respective mums, because I'm not having my turkeys anywhere where chickens and guineas have been, even though I've hatched guineas with the turkeys. They're already having their herbes de Provence, I think that was her going back. Let's have a look. In their feed, they've got their garlic and apple cider vinegar in their water. And then I've got 2 baby turkeys in with a chicken, hatched under a chicken. So I am tempting fate, very much so, where blackhead disease is concerned for the turkeys. But I'm certainly not putting young guineas out here with their mums. For the turkey's sake, blackhead disease rife, heaven knows what, even though this lot are regularly wormed herbally, and they have got garlic in their, 2 cloves of garlic in their water to ensure that they're continuously wormed. But the young guineas, then, you know, coccidiosis and all that, whereas out there it's only been Maud and Morris, so they've never had a day's illness in their life, either of them, so that'll be fine for the turkeys. And then when the guineas are weaned off their mums, obviously their immunity will be up to where it should be, and then they can come out here to carry on growing on before they're sold or put in the freezer, either or. Well, now you're going to join her, aren't you? She's gone back there. You're going to join her and lay in there too, because you're a pain in the neck. Very... Yeah, she's gone back there. There she goes. There she is, straight on it. And this one's thinking, oh, let me get in there and lay too. I want to get in there and lay. Oh, come out of the way. Go and find your own nest to lay in. Yeah, so that's going to be the problem. So I'll have to fence this off out here. She can have her eggs back. I'll have to put some sort of roof over it. Let's look at this lot going on. For heaven's sake. So she hasn't laid in the 2 days that the other one's been in the pen, because she's had no one to lay with. So where she lays, I don't know. Probably might even lay standing there. And then the other one had just rolled in underneath her. So that'll be a job for today. What a pain in the neck. What an absolute pain. Talking to each other. So this is why I've never set a guinea on eggs before, on their own eggs, because they lay in the most ridiculous of places. It suits them, it doesn't suit me. You have to go to all the kerfuffle of protecting them and whatnot and so on and so forth, and the eggs. Then you get the other guineas coming along and laying in the same nest, so you've got eggs that are freshly laid and other eggs that have been grown for a week and a half, which is absolutely ridiculous. Unless I say you separate them. But then I don't know if she'd be that happy to stay on the nest if I separated the others from her. She may well leave the nest again. So tomorrow I'll look into it and put the others out the other side. That's what I should have done today, left them where they were over there. Just let her out and see what she did on her own. That was a stupid thing for me to do now, wasn't it? Why didn't I do that, knowing full well that she was probably going to come back to the nest, regardless of how destroyed everything is. Just left the others with the chickens, left them that side, and left her out here on her own to see what she did. And if she panicked and had a fit and stressed, then she would have flown over the fence and joined the others, and then that would have been that. But if she didn't and came straight back to the nest, then again, that would have been that. But we can do that tomorrow. So I've got to do something with this fence. I'll do something. Oh, get off, what a pain. What an absolute pain in the neck. I haven't got a fencing either. No posts, no nothing. Oh, and here comes another one. Looking to lay there too. That's two of them laying in the same place. Wonderful. No, I could be here all day and it's getting too hot. So I'm going to leave. I know that's what's going to happen now. She's going to lay. The one sitting on the nest is going to roll it into the nest and off we go again. My Rudy Pood's having a sunbathe. Ain't you, Roods? Hey? You having a sunbathe? Unfortunately, Ruby flew out the window and disappeared. I haven't seen her again. So poor old Rude's all on his own. There he is, he's fanning himself out having a sunbathe. It's the first time he's been out here on his own. My Tam's out here, so he probably feels secure because a member of the family's sunbathing in the garden, so he feels he has got some company out here. But it's the first time he's been out on his own quietly. He just flew out on his own, sat on the door there and all the shutters there and quite merrily overheating, panting away, but he's getting the sun. He's enjoying it. Nice to see that he came out on his own. One step to being an outdoor bird rather than a kitchen dweller. Hey, my boy. Yeah. Now these last three little guineas I shall be putting back out in a minute. They seem to be slightly more able to cope. They have had some boiled egg too, so they're drinking well as well, so I think they're okay to go out back with Mum. And there's little Prince. Yeah, there's little Prince. I call him Prince because his hair, or his bum fluff on the top of his head, all that moment looks like he's got two horns. Look like Prince, but he's sort of changed since then, so he's called Prince. Don't know if it's male or female. But that'll be another one that'll never leave. Be a pal for Rudy, eh? My precious. Oh, it's like a menagerie in here.